Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at why do people crush on you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have rose quartz. And we have the card Manifestia. For pile number 2, we have green Aventurine. And we have the card Water. For pile number 3, we have Amethyst. And we have the card Journey to Wholeness. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be a pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, there may be more messages there for you, so always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the Manifestia card, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why do people crush on you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So we're going to be using the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck, which was from the card you chose. We're going to be using the Vanessa Tarot, the Messages from Mermaids Oracle, and the Muse Tarot. So let's get started with your reading. I feel like pulling one of these cards. So spirit guides on my pile number ones. Why do people crush on my pile number ones? Why do people crush on my pile number ones? As I close my eyes, like I'm seeing a diamond ring. So this pile may be marriage material. We have blessings. So I guess people see you as wifey or husband material. At the back of the deck, we have ask for help. Okay, so why do people crush on my pile number ones, please? We have root chakra with ground and center, card number 2. This is card number 36, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it. At the back of the deck, we have harmonic flight. So spirit guides on my pile number ones, why do people crush on them? We have the 9 of Swords. Why do people crush on them? We have the 7 of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So why do people crush on my pile number ones? Why do people crush on my pile number ones? We have the Muse of Inspiration showing up first, which is the King of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. Why do people crush on my pile number ones? We have the Death card. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. One more card for why people crush on them. We have the Fool. I'm also noticing the Lovers card wants to come out. And at the back of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups again. So very interesting. Okay, so my pile number ones, why do people crush on you? Firstly, when I started your reading, I was busy setting up and then I saw the number 555 on the timer. So there are significant synchronicities here. And then I mentioned I also clairvoyantly saw the ring. So we mentioned you are seen as marriage material, wifey material, husband material. And, since you chose the Manifestia card, I feel like you are a catch, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. You're everyone's dream girl, dream boy, dream person, because I feel like I'm seeing clairvoyantly a list of things. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not just trying to give you an ego boost, but like, Spirit is clairvoyantly showing me a list of things. And you know how some people will have a list of things they'd want in a partner or a lover? Um, since we have the harmonic flight card at the back of the deck as well, I feel like when people do crush on you, it's like they want to fall in love with you or they want to start some kind of relationship with you. But yeah, I'm seeing like a list of things, and how sometimes people will create this list of things they want in a partner in their mind. I feel like you match and you tick all the boxes in terms of what people want in a love romance setting, but also, that saying of if we could create our perfect person or dream person. I'm not saying you are a perfect person, but I guess this is what I'm seeing from those that are crushing on you and how their perspective is of you, because I see you're very physically attractive, firstly. You have a lot of beauty. You have this very romantic essence to you and a lot of dreaminess to you in your physical appearance. I see very dreamy eyes. That makes people almost want to float away. I don't know what it is about you, but you're just so dreamy. And in terms of your personality traits, it's like you match and tick all the boxes a person would want in a love setting, in a romance setting. And like I said, you're marriage material. So you are what everyone would want to manifest in a love relationship. And this is why people crush on you. And with the number 555 that I saw, 555 represents change. I feel like when people meet you and then they do start crushing on you, they feel this immense feeling in their intuition, like something is going to change in their life as soon as they meet you. I don't know if you've ever met someone and you just meet them and you have that feeling like something significant is going to happen with this person, or this person's going to change my life in some way, but we don't exactly know how. And I'm feeling like a strong weight on my back. And I feel like some people that do crush on you, when they do meet you, it's kind of like they are in a place in their life where they're maybe carrying heavy things on their shoulders, like maybe in terms of their physical reality, like if they have a lot of stress or anxiety, or if they've just been through a lot in their past situations, and it's like when people talk to you, you make them feel safe with the root chakra. You make them feel okay within, even when they're stressed out and anxious. Somehow you just have this very loving presence that puts people in this grounded way. And I feel like it's very dreamy, like you're almost taking me to another realm, but you're also grounding me at the same time and helping me appreciate the present moment instead of worrying about the future or the past. And maybe you are someone that has an amazing perspective of life that allows people to. I'm looking at the Manifestia card and all this bubbles here that allows people to grab the bubbles of opportunities that are coming towards them without fear. you may also sometimes attract certain people with trust issues because of past situations. I'm not saying that's everyone you attract, but I'm feeling some people there, and they're very anxious to open up to people. But when it comes to you, you make people feel safe enough to open up their heart again and to change their perspective on what love really is. Okay, I'm hearing a song that's like days come and go, but my love can stay. So I'm not sure what song that is. I think my boyfriend plays it all the time. But as soon as I tapped into the energy of your pile, I heard that song. So let me just Google what it is. Oh, it's a little Uzi Vert. Okay, anyways, since that song says days come and go, but my love gonna stay, you may make people feel like if they crush on you and if they do fall in love and have some type of relationship with you in a romantic setting, that it's going to last a long time because you have specific traits like I mentioned with that list. You are trustworthy, you're loyal, you have a good heart, you have a really big heart. You're very romantic. You're very soft, like soft energy I feel from you, like a soft romantic energy. And when people like start to crush on you, they start to feel like if they were to love you, it's going to be lasting a very long time because of your traits, because of your personality traits and how you tick all the boxes in terms of what people would want in romance. And when they do crush on you, it's like they crush on you for a really long time because I heard that song. And when I spoke about something now, what was I speaking about? My mind feels a little bit muddled during your reading. I don't know if people feel like this when they talk to you, when they crush on you, like they want to talk to you about everything at once. I feel like that in your pile. Like, I want to tell you everything at once, but I don't know how to organize my thoughts, and it's not really me, but I think it's the energies of the people. Like, even if they don't come across that way, even if they come across very poised and put together when they crush on you, inside their mind, they feel like they want to tell you everything, but at the same time, they're trying to organize their thoughts. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, anyways, yeah, I was talking about something about changing their perspective of love. So I was hearing a song. Let me just get it as I said that. Okay, so the song is called Passersby by Rosa Cecilia, and she has such a romantic essence to her voice. Um, when I listen to her, like she just has that very romantic essence and it makes you like want to fall in love when you listen to her songs. So maybe you also have a very beautiful voice, like, or just like that romantic essence, like I spoke about before, that you have like this romantic energy surrounding you. Um, and there's a cool synchronicity here in the song because I haven't listened to it in about more than a year, but then I heard like the one line where it says trying to redefine romantic paradigms. What does love look like to you? And in the song, the synchronicity is in the beginning lines, you're like an Uber on a rainy day, should I feel so safe? And in the song, she basically says, passersby can stare at this fine love affair. I feel like a millionaire. And she's like, probably talking about kissing the person like in public and like everyone can stare. She doesn't care. So maybe people feel like that about you when they, start to fall in love with you. Like they don't really care about if other people see how they are just like showing how they are crushing on you or they feel a little bit of these spicy feelings towards you. This is not an 18 plus reading, but I feel that energy there. 11:11 on the clock, so confirmation. But yeah, you're seen as a blessing to others when they do crush on you, and I really feel like you're everyone's dream come true. Some of you may be like, what? Really? Like, I don't believe that, but I'm really seeing that in the cards. There's really something about your eyes. Like, people love to gaze into your eyes when they crush on you. There's something about your eyes that are so dreamy. Um, I'm going to mention some physical features I see, but just take them as it resonates because not everyone here looks the same. So I mentioned eyes. There's something very beautiful about your eyes. Your side profile. I feel like because I'm looking at this card at the back of the deck, and like when people look at you in public, even they will see your side profile and they'll kind of get like very intrigued by you. Like, who's that person over there? Um, so I feel like you're very physically attractive in that sense. And I feel like when you're looking to the side and people stare at you, or people that are crushing on you start to look at you, it's like they like to stare at you. And then when you look at them, they like to look away. I'm picking up on that vibe of like people liking to stare at you when you're kind of like in your own world, even when you're out in public and strangers start to crush on you just because of the physical attractiveness, there's something about that. Like they like to stare at you when you're not looking. I'm also looking here. Her eyes look very beautiful with her eye makeup. So some of you could like to do very good eye makeup, could like to wear lashes or just have very beautiful lashes or eyeliner or eyeshadow. There's something about that is so hypnotizing too. I feel like your eyes can also be seen as sexy. There's something very beautiful about your eyes the whole time I see. Some of you have nice jawlines that make people crush on you. And the reason I'm mentioning physical features is because when people first crush on us, they probably see the physical first and then they see more about our personality. Some of you have, I'm seeing like wavy hair like this, and it's very beautiful, whereas some of you have curly hair or dark hair, or some of you have light hair. I see light hair and dark hair, that contrasting energies. Okay. I'm even looking at the Seven of Cups at the back of the deck, and I'm getting the vibe of like you walking around in the grocery store or something, and then people are just staring at you, or you're just walking around, you're just thinking, you're not really concentrating on everyone around you, and then they like to stare at you and crush on you there. You may also have certain people crush on you if you ever wear a bun or like tie up your hair for some of you. There's also something about your nose that is very beautiful, and like your face, your facial features. Um, I feel like also your body looks very cute. Like the clothes you wear looks very cute on you, but I feel like sometimes you can also come off very sexy with the clothes you wear. Because I'm looking here and I get this vibe of like sexiness from her with the clothes she wears. Some of you like to wear braids or braid your hair. Yeah, I keep picking up on facial features. Like people really like your facial features. So that's what I'm getting from physical features. Oh, and also maybe a beautiful smile or laughter, because I'm looking here. Okay, and then in terms of personality traits, like I mentioned, you're everyone's dream person, you're marriage material, you make people feel safe. But I also feel like when people do crush on you, they like when you are a little bit of a damsel in distress with the ask for help card at the back of the deck. Regardless of your gender, I feel like I'm almost getting that vibe as an example of, you dropping something and someone wanting to pick it up for you, or you having like heavy bags to carry and people want to pick it up for you because they're crushing on you, or like people wanting to do little things for you, especially for my women, like opening up your door, things like that. But for men here, maybe it's also like, for my men here, actually, I'm getting a different vibe from you. It's not like you asking for help, but it's you being helpful to them. Does that make sense? So I'm not trying to make this reading biased or anything, but I'm picking up on different energies for the different genders here, which is strange because I don't usually see it like that. Um, but for the men as well, in terms of asking for help, I get the vibe of like when you're able to open up in your feelings and be really vulnerable, because this card at the back of the deck talks about opening up with vulnerability, where they're really looking into each other's eyes and seeing each other as one, you know, with vulnerabilities, with no ego, no judgment, just letting your guard down and opening up your heart. So there's something about that, like when you're able to open up about your feelings, even with the Nine of Swords, even feelings that we usually shy away from sharing. That is something that is seen as attractive when people are crushing on you. And even for women and non-binary people, something about opening up your feelings really makes the other person feel as if you trust them, as if you're opening up to them in some way. I just feel like you have a really loving heart. You have a very big, generous heart, and this is what people see. And you bring transformations and metamorphosis in people's lives because, I mean, we have the death card here and the moth here and the moth here, which is both symbols of transformation. I spoke about 555 in the beginning of the reading. So when people do start dating you or start getting to know you, it's like you do bring a lot of change into their lives in the best possible way. And I think it will just depend on who's watching and in what way it would be. But I'm also picking up with the Six of Cups. You may also be the one that got away to like past people. It doesn't just have to be exes, but you know, you could have had people you spoke to in the past where they're like, like I missed my shot. I missed an opportunity where it wasn't even that serious, you know, but like maybe you were just talking to them and like maybe they did something wrong or just forgot to reply to you for a long time. Or maybe they started dating someone else because you know how sometimes when people date, they'll be like looking at many people at once. Um, but then later on they realize, oh, I should have actually dated that person. Like I'm picking up on the vibe of like, oh, sorry for my language. Oh shit, I missed an opportunity here, with the Six of Cups. So yeah, like everyone sees you as a blessing when they meet you, and that's why they start to crush on you. And with a muse here, you know, you could even be seen as a muse to others or a work of art in some way. You could even inspire the people that do crush on you in some way, where you know, like maybe you're someone really ambitious and you are going after your goals, or maybe you're someone that has transformed a lot in your own life and your healing journey, or maybe you're someone that has had major endings in your life, but you've also started to take leaps of faith into new beginnings and started to get your own blessings and started to go after your own dreams and your own goals. There's something about that, and you also inspiring those that crush on you, which makes them crush on you even more. Because I feel like not only are you dreamy, but you're also a dreamer. You go after the things you want with a leap of faith, with boldness, and you kind of don't let other people's opinions get in the way of what you want and what you kind of set your mind to and your heart to, if your heart is telling you to go after it. I feel the feeling of like people starting to crush on you and then them feeling like the sense of hope, the sense of like butterflies, not in their stomach, but in their hearts, like their heart is fluttering. And then when you talk to them, like I'm hearing you talk to them or call them or send them a text in the beginning stages, for example, with the Ace of Cups. And then it's like each time they get a text from you or they get a call from you, it's like their heart starts to beat really fast in some way. They may not always show that. I feel like some people that crush on you may try to seem a little bit more nonchalant, but inside they really feel that, which is quite funny. But they may show that a little bit later on as they get much closer to you. Um, but I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, when people do crush on you, you're also someone that is trustworthy. And like when you are, getting to know someone, I feel like you're maybe that type of person to take it slow and to really, show consistency in the way that you show up. And it's not like you're changing all the time in your demeanor and who you are as a person. You're consistent with that. And then people start to feel like they can slowly build trust with you. And with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like most of your relationships start out very slow, but then turn into something really beautiful where you're able to really water and nurture that connection if it turns into something more. Um, and yeah, I do feel that energy a lot. So you are seen as a blessing to others. This was your reading, my pile number one. Such beautiful messages. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this green Aventurine crystal and the card water with the Overflow card number 12, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at why do people crush on you. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to be using the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck, which is from the card you chose. We're going to be using the Vanessa Tarot, the Messages from Mermaids Oracle, and the Muse Tarot. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So I actually feel like moving from this birth. Spirit guides of my pile number twos. I'm hearing the song something like Lucky by Britney Spears. I don't know what it's called exactly. Spirit guides on my pile number twos. Why do people crush on my pile number twos? We have go with the flow. So I feel like people feel really lucky if they get to even start anything with you in terms of romantic energies. I mean, we have abundance at the back of the deck. You're seen as a treasure to others. Why would they let go of a treasure? Okay, so let's see what else you have. So spirit guides on my pile number twos. Why do people crush on my pile number twos? We have new blueprints. Card number 38. So an extra card wanted to come out for you. I'm just going to put it on my desk because there's no space here for extra cards. So vulnerability, card number 56. At the back of the deck, we have heart chakra with unfurling back to love. I love that this green is the same as this green. So I guess this green aventurine is symbolizing the heart chakra and you having such a big heart. Okay, so why do people crush on my pile number twos? We have the Tower. Why do people crush on my pile number twos? The Knight of Wands. With the Knight of Wands and the Tower, I'm getting the impression that a lot of people, when they do crush on you, they fall for you really fast because, I mean, this person's flying out of the plane. It's like something so spontaneous and fast that happens so quickly. And then it's like, here we see the person falling from the tower. So I feel like people may sometimes say, like, I've fallen in love with you so quickly. And then you may sometimes be like, what? But you don't even know me yet. But I feel like I'm getting the vibe like people sometimes just intuitively know, like, you're the one they want. Whereas sometimes I feel like it is just like a crush, and I guess they're falling just really fast, but I guess time will stand the test. What is that saying? Time will stand the test. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing, like something along those lines. Um, of if they're really there to stay. So at the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. Are you water signs? I mean, we have water, the Queen of Cups, go with the flow, or air signs. Just taking a guess, because I mean, water and the Queen of Cups, that's such a huge synchronicity. Okay, so spirit guides on my pile number 2s. Why do people crush on them? Why do people crush on them? We have the Knight of Wands again. We have the Nine of Pentacles. By the way, this card came out for pile number 1 if you were drawn to that pile. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. We have the Chariot. We have the Sun card. We have Temperance. At the back of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords, and I just heard the word luring and obsession. So I'll explain in a minute. Let me just organize your cards. Okay, my pile number 2s. Does anyone here have a shoulder pain? Because I'm picking up on it and my shoulders weren't hurting before. Just a quick note on the energy feel. Anyways, if someone does, I hope it heals soon. But I said I heard luring and obsession with the Seven of Swords at the back of the deck. And I feel like you have 2 types of people that crush on you. Okay, so let me just explain what I see here. Just bear with me as I try to explain what I see. I see that in terms of your physical appearance, you have this very foxy, attractive look to you, okay? You kind of remind me, your energy, like a siren with Queen of Cups at the back of the deck. I know we're using the Mermaid Oracle deck, but doesn't matter. I just feel a very siren-y energy from you. And like this very alluring vibe from you, and alluring gaze from your eyes too. There's something very sensual about you. Okay, and you know how like a siren lures people in? I feel that energy, and there's something about your voice that's also really beautiful. Some of you have beautiful accents or just very beautiful voices. Okay. And I feel like when people do start to notice you, they first, obviously, like when people start to crush on us, maybe they first notice our physical appearance. I'll talk more about physical appearances I see, but I'm just going on that note. But then they start to also see a little bit of our personality when they get to know us. And in your personality, I see that you're someone that has a very good heart. So sometimes some may get a little bit of a misconception from you, and I'll explain why when I talk about the 2 types of people that do crush on you. They may get a little bit of a misconception about you because, like I said, you're very foxy, very alluring, very attractive, very sensually appealing, but also very pretty or very handsome. I feel like you're conventionally attractive to others. And in terms of your personality traits, you know, when people do get to know you, they see that you actually have a really good heart. That you're someone that's a real sweetheart, I'm hearing. I'm hearing some of you have a Cancer moon or a Pisces moon. Like you're just a real sweetheart. That's what I feel from your energy, even if you don't relate to those signs. But there's something very deep about you. Like when people start to get to know you, they realize there's more depth to you than they thought at first, okay? And then they actually start to see you as a softie inside. Um, Someone that has a really good heart. I keep seeing a really good heart. And we see a lot of symbolism of roses here in your reading. So roses here, roses here, roses here. Roses are symbols of beauty, of attraction, of romance, love blossoming. But it can also be symbols of lust. So I feel like you embody all of that energy at once, you know? And sometimes you'll see a beautiful rose. And this is what I want you to be careful about when some people crush on you. Sometimes you'll see a beautiful rose and you'll pick it and you'll put it aside and then you'll kind of like want more roses. So with the Seven of Swords at the back of the deck, I'll just say be careful of the types of people that crush on you when they're just picking you like a rose and then putting you down. But they're not taking you, planting you, keeping you as a rose in their garden, watering you, taking care of you, appreciating you. They're just picking you because uh maybe this rose looks beautiful, smells beautiful, maybe you have a beautiful scent. Um, and it's kind of like the way Spirit is describing it is, what are those birds that like to get shiny things? I don't know. Spirit is just showing me a bird that likes to get shiny things. And you're like this treasure, right? And some people that crush on you, they will see you as this great treasure, this shiny, beautiful object. And then they'll take it and they'll keep it in their collection, but then they want to get more shiny objects and more shiny objects. So I'll just say be careful of people that are only coming towards you because maybe they only see the outside and they only like what they see, but they're not willing to really like I said with the rose energy, water this rose and take care of this rose. Does that make sense? So I just say be careful of people like that, because with the Seven of Swords at the back of the deck, the first type of person I see that sometimes is attracted to you or crushes on you, it's because you have this beautiful appearance, and then sometimes it's not that they just see it as that, but I feel with the Knight of Wands showing up twice, player energy, they're just players. They come in really hot and really fast with a lot of passion, but then they're not willing to stay the long run. They're like a firecracker. Um, what was that reel I watched another day where someone was like, don't date a firecracker. What was that saying? I'm trying to remember. Sorry, my pal number twos. Spirit is just showing it to me clairvoyantly. Okay, so basically what I remember from that reel was this lady had gotten married, and had gotten married to a really good man. And then her friend asked her, like, how did you find this really good man? After being with some not so great men. And she was like, don't go for the firecracker. I can't remember exactly what she said, but she said something along the lines of like, go for someone that makes you feel safe, not for someone that gives you butterflies. And I'm feeling that energy here, like, these people will come in with lots of passion, with lots of this sweet talking energy, and they're quick to fall in love and quick to crush. But I wouldn't even call it falling in love, but it's from their perception. But then they're not really willing to do the work when it comes to an actual connection if you want romance with them. Do you get what I mean? Like, they're not willing to really even be emotionally available, is what I see here. And sometimes they may have ulterior motives towards you. So I just say be careful of that. I don't want to keep talking about that, but I'm just trying to explain the energy I see and channel the messages properly. But then you'll get another type of person that will come in with this energy where sometimes they may fall a little bit fast or crush on you a little bit fast. But then I don't think it's always bad. I think just be careful of the ones that like love bomb or come in really fast and come in with all this passion. Sometimes you'll get people that will crush on you that either will like fall really fast or they'll start to talk to you really slowly, but then they won't show everything about themselves immediately. Like, they'll be a little bit more consistent with you and want to build something with you with the Seven of Pentacles in terms of like romantic energies and actual romance if you want to be open to dating. But I don't think it's always bad when people come in really fast, because I see some people being like in the middle where they do actually have good intentions towards you, but then they just crush on you really fast, but they're also not doing it excessively. Do you get what I mean? Where they are willing to stay in the long run and are willing to not just pick this rose and see it as a beautiful rose, but actually keep this rose in their garden and water this rose and take care of this rose like the beautiful rose it is. Yeah, and then the people that do want to actually build something with you, they'll take it really slow with you with the Seven of Pentacles. You might not even be fully aware that they do like you because they're building it slowly with you, taking it one step at a time. With the Temperance card, it's like patience. The energy is patience here. And yeah, I do feel that energy. So, anyways, enough about that. Why do people crush on you? So, let me mention a little bit of physical appearance here. I said you're very beautiful, very, um, I feel a lot of Venusian energy from this pile. I'm seeing the Empress clairvoyantly, and we also have the Emperor here. So, a lot of Venusian energy is what I'm feeling from this pile, and like the siren-y, seductive energy. And I feel like there's something about you where I don't feel like it's just one thing about your physical appearance. It's like everything goes together well. Like, the best way I can describe this is, you know, Beyonce. You won't just crush on Beyonce because she has beautiful hair. You know, you'll notice her and find attraction towards her, but everything about her is on point. Her fashion, her hair, her makeup, even if she's not wearing makeup, even if she's going natural beauty today with natural hair. But everything about her will look on point and clean and neat and put together. And she'll just always look on point no matter what she's wearing or like. But I'd say everything about you just looks really good. If you like to wear jewelry, there's something about that that people really like. There's something about your lips here. If you ever wear lip gloss, there's something about that. Your eyes, like especially your eyelashes. I'm seeing eyelashes. Yeah, your lips, especially your fashion style, your hair. Doesn't matter what your hair looks like, because I feel here a lot of you have many different types of hair, because here we see curly red hair, here we see long dark hair. Here we see red hair. Here we see long dark hair, short blonde hair, long blonde hair, um, braids, natural hair. Okay, so updos. It doesn't really matter what your hair looks like, but also your hair looks really good. Your skin looks really good and moisturized too. And what I want to say is water also relates to the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is sensuality. So there's something very sensual, very sexy about you in terms of your physical appearance. You may also look really good in work clothes, and just like when you put together outfits, it's seen as so creative to others, seen as so unique. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing about physical appearances and your voice I mentioned before. And your body I'm also hearing. So in terms of your personality traits, I mentioned you having a good heart, you being someone really deep. I feel like you have this when it comes to like people crushing on you, I feel like this is the energy of like people starting to fall in love with you um in a way where it is vulnerability, where it's a little bit past that stage of crushing. Okay, let me explain what I see. Sorry if this is so mixed up. I feel like first people start crushing on you. They see how beautiful you are on the outside, and then they start to get to know you slowly. You start to let a little bit of our personality out. With the Sun card, I feel like this is people that start to see this more happy-go-lucky side of you. Like maybe they start to see you in person, for example, or they start to talk to you on the phone, and they start to see that you really have a funny sense of humor, that you have this happy-go-lucky energy. You know, you may be that type of person that likes to send a lot of memes or reels or TikToks or gifs, or you just have this way with your words where you come across as very funny, um, humorous, very wholesome as well. Um, you kind of like know how to make people smile with the things you say as well, is the feeling I'm getting here. And then when people see you in public, like for the first time, and you know, when they're starting to get to know you and crush on you, there's something about your happiness and joy that really draws them towards you. Like you seem like a really happy person. And it doesn't mean that you have to be happy every day, but there's something about that, like people really like to make you smile or laugh as well. Or really like to see your smile and laugh. And I feel like you are like very bright personalities, like a sunflower or like sunshine. You you warm up to people and then they start to warm up to you, and it feels like this very bright, colorful energy. It feels like you bring in a vividness into people's lives. And then they start to crush on you. And then they also start to feel like they not only crush on you, but then they start to feel like I can also have a friendship with this person, be playful with this person, kind of just be carefree with this person. And then in terms of also like your personality traits, I see, like I said, they see that you're someone with this very go with the flow, very chilled, laid back vibe as well. They start to see that you have a really unique personality with the new blueprints card, because this card talks about, you know, being so unique, like a fingerprint. You know, it's so unique, no one can replicate it, like no one is you. So people start to see you're a rare gem, you're someone that can't be replicated, and you can't find another you anywhere else. That's what I feel from that card. And I guess people start to realize that the more they open up to you and the more they get to know you and speak to you, I feel like people really like conversations with you, you know, when they start to crush on you. And that's when they start to crush on you even more, because they feel like conversations with you just flow. They feel like the conversations with you are always interesting. And you also have this powerful side to you with the Chariot, where you're able to go after the things you want with ambition and really plant a seed towards where you want to be and continue watering it and continue growing towards that, and having the patience while you wait for what you have planted to be harvested with the Nine of Pentacles, and for the blessings to come from that. So people see your ambition, people see that you're someone that is a really hard worker too, in terms of your career or studies. They see that you have goals, and that you also are consistent when you go after it and patient with it, but you're also not too hard on yourself. You allow yourself to flow with it. You're someone with a lot of balance, you know, and that's something people really admire about you, and then they start crushing on you. I feel like people also see you as someone with a pure soul, and someone that has a lot of emotions, but those emotions make you like a softie, like almost like the rose. You know, the rose is soft, its petals up a lot of self-love that has made people crush on you even more, because the more we love ourselves, the more other people can feel it, and that makes us magnetic, you know? Um, so I feel that energy here, like you're someone really caring with a really good heart, someone really deep. You feel things really deeply, and you have a really big heart, and you pour out onto others. And people see that. I'm hearing the word generosity. And you have all this watery energies, like all this soft, flowy energies, but then you also have this very stable energy at the same time. So you have a good balance to you. And I kind of jumped the gun when I was talking about vulnerability, but I feel like maybe that's how some people feel. Like some people feel like they just want to fall in love with you and skip all the steps when it comes to getting to know you. But talking about now, like when it's past the crush stages and they're starting to fall in love with you, with the vulnerability card, where it's even more of a crush, but it's like developing into love now. I feel like people do start to see you as a person they want to share their emotions with, share the deeper parts of themselves with. I feel like sometimes people feel a little bit scared to show the deeper, more vulnerable sides to them. But when it comes to you, like I said, with that siren mermaid energy, it's like, let's swim to the bottom of the ocean and show each other, you know, the deeper sides of ourselves, the more real parts of us. Let's not just have shallow conversations about how was your day. Let's actually talk about who you are, and like what you've been through in life, and um like what you want to be, your dreams, your goals, your desires. Uh, and then they start to see that you are that rare gem, you are a treasure to them. And it's like, who wouldn't fall in love with you at this point? But I feel like only the ones that are meant to come to the stage, like, because you are that treasure, and not any just like musty, dusty person can get a treasure. Do you get what I mean? Um, Spirit's just joking a little bit, but I feel like, you know, you start to show those deeper, vulnerable sides to yourself, and you start to talk more about your emotions and start to really share those deeper sides of yourself with that person. And I think that's when they really start to feel like your heart is pouring into them. Then they start to see those sides of you, like how generous you are, how loving you are, how special you are, and why you're really a catch. And like why there is no one else like you in the world. I feel like you're someone that even just says beautiful things with your voice. Like when you talk, it sounds like it's coming from a place of love. And that's what people see about you. So this is all I have for you about why people crush on you. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this Amethyst crystal and the Journey to Wholeness card, card number 33, this reading is for you. We're going to be using the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck, the Vanessa Tarot, the Messages from Mermaids Oracle deck, and the Muse Tarot. So let's go ahead and start with your reading. So, Spirit Guides of my pile number threes, why do people crush on them? So we have move forward. I feel an extra card wanting to come out here. We have miracles. So I'm just going to put it down to the side of my desk because I still need to use this oracle deck. We have the communication card at the back of the deck. So spirit guides of my pile number threes. Why do people crush on my pile number threes? We have card number 24 with evolution. Some of you may have been drawn to pile number 2 because I mentioned something about them being like a siren or a mermaid, and here we see that, but this card, well, this deck isn't even about mermaids, so it's a very interesting synchronicity, but you could have like that siren-y energy of like alluring energies, you know, luring people in almost. Okay, so spirit guides of my pile number threes. Oh, I forgot to show you the back of the deck. Just give me a minute. At the back of the deck, we have alignment. Okay, so spirit guides of my pile number threes. Why do people crush on them? We have the Four of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Hermit. So, spirit guides of my pile number threes. Why do people crush on my pile number threes? We have the Devil, which I'm taking as seductive energies because we mentioned you being like a siren. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Why do people crush on my pile number threes? We have the Three of Swords. It's so interesting because when I tapped into the energies of your pile, I felt like a deep sadness. So I'll explain what that means in a minute. Just give me a moment. We have the Moon card. Yeah, some of you definitely could be drawn to pile 2. At the back of the deck, we have the Chariot. I'm actually hearing a song, but I was not meaning to make this an 18 plus reading. I'm actually not making it an 18 plus reading, but the song is a little bit explicit. So if you're not over the age of 18, I'm going to give you a few seconds. Just skip over this part, please. Okay, so I'm hearing a song like, I think it's like bad bitch, cute face with some nice titties or something like that. Like, I did not expect to hear that song, but it's kind of interesting because this card has a kind of like nude woman and her front chest part was showing, which is why I had to cover it up with tape. So I don't know if people are just drawn to that area, like if you're a woman. Like I said, you have the seductive energy to you with the devil showing up in the center of your reading. But you also have a cuteness to you, like this naughty but nice energy in your physical appearance that makes kind of like people very drawn to you, where they crush on you. So I'm first going to talk about physical appearances I see here, and then I'm going to mention what I see in terms of your personality traits, because usually people are first drawn to us because of our physicality sometimes. um, so I'm also seeing something about your voice. Your voice sounds really beautiful. Some of you have beautiful singing voices too, or just beautiful voices in general. I feel like your voice somehow uplifts people. It makes people very excited, and you have this very exciting energy when you speak, but also very peaceful energy at the same time. Very much like uplifting and playful. Okay, and that's what like really gets people attracted to you and crushing on you. If some of you ever like to wear dark eye makeup, there's something about that, or eyeliner, or something about your eye makeup accentuating your eyes in a way that suits you and the way you look. Whereas some of you have more of a natural like look to you in terms of makeup for those that do wear makeup, whereas some of you don't wear makeup at all and you have a natural beauty. But I feel like a lot of you have a natural beauty, but also natural attractiveness, and you also look really good with makeup. So I feel like that two sides energy, like I can pull off both. And you know, when you're really glammed up, it also looks really good at the same time. um, there's something really coming through about your eyes. They're really sexy, like people love to gaze into your eyes, which is something I've seen in a lot of the piles, I think. If you ever wear sunglasses, it just makes you look even more hella attractive, I hear from Spirit. Um, there's this glow to you in your face and your body that people notice. You shine like a star. You have a lot of star qualities to you in terms of your physical appearance, but also your personality traits, star qualities. I think people really like your fashion style, but I feel like a lot of you have different styles or aesthetics. Um, you know, or some of you can get away with different styles and aesthetics, like experimenting with different energies here. So here we see this very classy energy. Here we see this more classy, chic energy. Here more like edgy. I feel like some of you could even pull off cute dresses or like cute clothing. Some of you also look good in work clothing. um, Even casual clothing you look really good in, because here we see casual clothing. There's something about like your clothing accentuating what is already attractive about you. So I feel like some of you wear certain colors that accentuate your skin tone, or certain clothing that accentuates your body type. Like people are also attracted to your body, but then the clothing you wear just fits so perfectly on it that it makes it look even better. And your clothing is so unique, like your clothing style is so unique, it's so you. So I feel like a lot of you, no matter what style it is, because we see so many here, or you can pull off many, it's just so unique, it's so you, and that's what people see and they start crushing on you because of that. I feel like you have a really cute face, really nice hair, or pretty hair. Eyebrows also. I feel like if some of you shape your eyebrows look really good. And I'm seeing a photogenicness with this pile. Like some people will scroll on social media and see you on social media and kind of crush on you a little. Okay. And I'm even feeling like when you're walking around in public, you may sometimes have strangers stare at you and start crushing on you, like a little bit of a crush, okay? Like a lot of you watching have different facial features, different hair colors. That's why Spirit's not giving me too many specifics here because, like, I'm seeing blonde hair, I'm seeing like a ginger red hair, I'm seeing dark hair, I'm seeing brown eyes, hazel eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, like so many different styles and aesthetics, so many different facial features, like maybe even some of you color your hair different colors. Like that's why Spirit's not giving me too many specifics, but I guess that's the physical features I see, and I said something about you like having this very captivating, alluring energy in your physical appearance. Also, I will say there's something about your body. Some of you are very voluptuous, whereas some of you are like more smaller, whereas some of you are like a more medium size, but there's something about your body that looks really good too. Okay, and in terms of your personality, I feel like when people see you and they first meet you, they get the kind of vibe from you that you're someone that is really caring. Like, I feel like maybe you're that type of person that would hold the door open for someone if they're walking. Like, of course, that's general, what's that word? General politeness, but there is this polite energy coming from you and this generous energy, and I'm seeing like someone help an old lady, or you really care for animals or love animals and children, or children and animals are just very drawn to you because you have a really good energy. And in terms of your personality, I feel like you're very intuitive, where, when you have conversations with people, it's kind of like you embody this very lunar energy, and it's very magical and mystical in some way. I'm hearing the song This Sound by Green Tea Peng, and she's like, this sound is um mystical and magical, something like that. Basically, she just talks about the sound of like her voice and the sound of the song being so nice. So there's something about the sound of your voice coming through as well. And like the words you use, the way you communicate, your conversations with people, and somehow you just know the right words to say since you're so intuitive, or you just really know how to see people and connect to people on a deeper emotional level with the moon. Okay, I'm seeing like a cave underwater, and these divers are like taking away the rocks, and is underneath this cave is like beautiful coral reefs um that are such beautiful colors, and it's like somehow it just got covered up and no one ever saw it. And I guess that's symbolism for you being able to see the beautiful parts of people, the colorful parts within them that they may not always see within themselves, that they may have even forgotten that was within themselves, or they may have not realized was within themselves. So there's something about you really seeing people on a deep level, seeing things and discovering things within them they never knew they had. And this is what gets people crushing on you, because I feel like when you come into people's lives, you cause a kind of ripple effect in their lives where you put them into alignment to miracles, and it feels like a miracle to meet you. Like it feels like you really bring some kind of change into their lives, and I guess that's why people crush on you. I'm hearing the word heaven sent. It's like heaven sent you. That's how people feel when they start crushing on you. The number 18 could be significant because 18 is here on the moon and 18 is here in alignment at the back of the deck. Are you someone that is really comfortable with spirituality and with your gifts? Because I'm almost seeing someone here that has spiritual gifts. And like, let's say you start talking to a person, and I'm seeing, like, for example, a Reiki healer here, where it's like, let me do Reiki on you. And then they're lying there, and you're like taking some crystals and you're just doing it with your hands or something like that. And you're doing like a Reiki healing on them or something. And it somehow feels very nice and soothing and peaceful. And they feel different when they wake up after that. So I don't know if someone here is having like spiritual gifts and is very open with that mystical side of them. I really feel that. Or if you do tarot readings and like you're very open with that, or any type of spiritual work in general. It may not resonate with everyone, but take it as it resonates. And as I said, wake up, I heard a song. It's like full moon is waiting for a brand new lullaby. And here we hear lullaby again. So maybe you have a beautiful singing voice. um, it's by Holly Cook. I just want to see what it's actually called. Oh, it's called Postman by Holly Cook. Okay, so, and she talks about the full moon. So you do have this very lunar energy. Um, Very much like divine feminine mystical energy. Okay, regardless of your gender. Well, maybe not all of you will resonate with that, but I see that. I feel like when you connect to people, you don't just connect to the surface level, you connect to the deeper side of them, to even their emotional side. Even like with the Three of Swords. I feel like people really get comfortable talking about the more emotional aspect with you with the Three of Swords, and somehow like being able to see in a person like that, comfort them and soothe them, but help them also evolve through that, change their perspective on that. It makes people feel really loved even when they don't know you that well. It makes them feel seen by you in a way that they've never felt before. So I feel like you're that one person that sees the deeper aspects of people, and that really gets them crushing on you in a huge way. Where it's like people will always remember you. Even people from your past, you may get certain people talk about you and sort of like reminisce over you. And with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like people crush on you because they not only feel like they can have a romantic kind of conversation with you and flirt with you a little bit, maybe you're a good flirt, um, but it's also like they can have a friendship with you, they can be playful with you. There's also this lightheartedness, so you can go really deep, but then there's also this lighthearted aspect to you. And I'm really feeling like people love to have conversations with you. And like when you're together with people, especially in person, it's like there's this lighthearted side to you that is almost like a little bit fairy-like, um, where it just feels really playful, and it just feels like they can be themselves, like they can be playful, like they can laugh, like you can make silly jokes, and it just feels like that. But I feel with the Four of Cups, maybe at first, you're a little bit distant from people like when you first meet them. I feel the vibe, since you're so intuitive, you may sometimes suss people out before you really just open up to them and show them those deeper aspects of yourself. But once you have sussed them out, then you'll start to open that side of you. But when you are still in that phase of Four of Cups energy of getting to know certain people when they're crushing on you, I feel like they see you being a little bit nonchalant, and then in their perspective, they see it as they like you more than you like them, and then it makes them want to chase you. So that's actually really funny. And I feel like you really bring change with the Wheel of Fortune. Something where you really change people's perspectives, change people and the way they see love and the way they see life. It really feels like you are that one miracle, that heaven sent person. I'm also tasting food now, so maybe some of you are foodies and people love to eat food with you, or like they feel like they can connect with you over food or over art, music, like those types of things. Or maybe you cook really good or bake really good. Um, with the Eight of Pentacles, I also feel like you're really talented at certain things and you make it seem so effortless where people look at you as if you're so cool. Like this person's so cool. Like I'm inspired by them. And I feel like that's also a major thing that people start crushing on you about because it's like, whoa, this person's so talented and skilled. Like, then they start to really look up to you. And I'm not sure what this is about, but I feel you're talented and skilled at certain things, or maybe it's your gifts. Maybe you're just a very gifted person. Oh, she has tattoos here. If any of you have tattoos, people really like your tattoos. And I guess when people really get to know you, they start to see that you are someone that is a really multidimensional person. You're not just a, like, Spirit is showing me a paper drawing, right? And it's just like a cartoon character, but we only see it in the one-dimensional aspect. And maybe this is like other people they've seen in their life, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But then here we have you, and in those kind of like children's storybooks when you open it up and it's not just like a picture on the page, it actually has like a whole experience to it because I don't know how to explain it, but like let's say you open up a book and there's like a castle in, but then the whole castle like pops out when you open the book. I don't know what that's called, but like I'm seeing it like that. Like you're a whole experience to people. Maybe they just expect to open up you as a book, read this book, and they expect to just see a picture, but then they get a whole experience. And I feel like that's you. Like you're just a very multidimensional person. You have many different sides to you, like this rainbow here. And I feel like you're a very unique person with a lot of star qualities. But maybe you haven't always seen them. And that humbleness actually makes people even crush on you even more because they can see you have a heart in a good place. Like everything you do is from your heart. And they can see, your talents are there, but I think people really see your potential, but then they see it's not coming from an egotistical place, if that makes sense. And then they start to see many different sides to you and how you are able to interact with many different people from different backgrounds and still get them and understand them. Like you're able to really connect to many different types of people. That's why you'll maybe find many different types of people start crushing on you. Because they really feel seen and they really feel like you get them. However, when they start to see deeper into you, not just you seeing deeper into them, they start to see that maybe you are someone really unique, someone really different, and that maybe you haven't always felt like you always fit in certain places, and like you were always seen or understood. Like maybe you felt misunderstood a lot of your life. Um, And then they start to see that and start to see, you probably make others feel so seen because you haven't felt seen within your own life. And then I feel like when they start to see those deeper parts to you and deeper traits to you and what really shaped you to be this beautiful person you are, then they really see you as like a rare gem. Then they really start to want to do the same for you and hold that same space for you, because I feel like when people really get to know you, they start to see with the Three of Swords, you also have that emotional pain that you've gone through in your own life. And somehow you still evolved from that. You still learned wisdom from that. I feel like you're very wise. People see you as old souls. And you brought yourself to wholeness even through that and rebirthed yourself through that. Took your power back from that and went within. And you did that all alone, I feel. Because I feel like on your journey towards this healing journey, I feel like a lot of it was on your own, or like with looking within. Like when you tried to find out answers outside of yourself, it never really helped. But then when you looked within, like I said, with those coral reefs, you started to really find the beauty and the colors within you. So don't forget that you have that beautiful coral reef inside of you with many colors that no one's ever even seen before. Just hidden within you. So I feel like when you really dig deeper into yourself, and then people start to see those sides of you too, and the beauty within you, and then they start to crush on you even more. And I feel like because you've evolved so much as a person, because you brought yourself to wholeness, it's like you're in alignment with the universe, and not just manifestations, but you're in alignment. You're happy, you're at peace, and you don't look for that outside of yourself. So then you just attract people effortlessly. And even though you're not trying to, it just comes naturally with this alignment that you're in energetically. And I feel like through this, that's why you even have maybe even more people crush on you. I feel like you have a lot of people crush on you at once. Um, and because you've evolved so much, I feel like they start to see you as a person that if they're with you, they can evolve with you. In a romantic sense, like if I'm with this person, it's not that they just want to be with you because of that, but they see you as like a person they can grow with, a person they can become their best self with, a person where, let's say we are both, let's say I'm in the energy of someone that you're crushing on, and they're also crushing on you, and I'm seeing it as like we're both together, right? We're working on ourselves, we're improving. This is what I've wanted to do already on my own. But then I met you, and you're also like this. And you get me, and I get you, and we both want the same things. So, like, let's do this together. Let's become the best versions of ourselves together. Make a happy life together. Like, that type of energy. And that's what I feel like when people crush on you. They see you as more of like a long-term partnership than just a crush. uh Something that really grows and expands into something more. So this is what I see in your reading, and I feel like a lot of people are just energetically drawn to you because you chose the amethyst crystal. Like I'm seeing the crown chakra and people being drawn to you and feeling like when they meet you, they've met you for a reason, for some specific purpose. Even people that you've had in your life where, like, let's say you've dated them and things didn't exactly go as we wanted, like even certain toxic relationships you've had in your life, even they can admit to themselves that they met you for a reason, that they learned something from you. So this is what I see in your reading. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!